Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jewel. I know it's been a long time since I've shared a video or done a tutorial, but hopefully I'm back. I actually got very sick in February. Has to do with my chronic illness. So it's been a long time since I've really been able to do anything in here, but the last few weeks I've been working on some prayer journals that I wanted to share with you today, and also what I've got planned as I'm continuing to recuperate to do for tutorials, upcoming tutorials and some shares. So I just wanted to do a couple of flip throughs today of these prayer journals. I actually did 5 of them, and I'm going to share the process with you, not today, but probably in the next video. It'll probably take 2 or 3 and show you how easy these are to do. Except for, of course, the time involved and the items that I have inside. So to all my new subscribers that have come on since have put a video together, welcome to my channel. And I hope that you go back and look at some of the content that I had put in there earlier. And I hope that you enjoy what I have planned coming up. So let me just show you. I did 5 of these, and I'm not going to flip through all of them, even though the insides are similar but different. I have 5 different colors, and the fronts are all different, but they're all in this, the inside are very vintagey. Actually, there's vintage papers and different things in here, and the front is more like a shabby chic style, and they all have some beautiful trims and bows. So here's one, and then there's this one, which I just loved the cover of this one, and I did a beautiful trim down the side and some ribbons and this gorgeous big bow, and there's some lace on this one. So and the backs are plain. So these are for Bible journaling, scriptures, memories, really whatever you want to use them for, but they are faith-based, and you'll see when I go inside what I mean by that. So this one's the neutral color, and each one has different colors throughout it. This one has some, this one is the lavender, and you can see the bow's a little bit different with this pretty shabby chic type flower that I put together, and I did this pretty fabric ribbon out of muslin that kind of wraps around the back of the journal. And they all have a scrappy muslin type tie enclosure. Some are bigger than others, but there's plenty of room for these books to grow, and I left a lot of fabric for you to enclose your books with. This one is the pink color, but there again, as you can see, the covers are very neutral. And they have different laces, different trims. This has some organza and some lace and some satin, and there's silk in some of these trims. And then there's okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's this one. This one actually has a removable bow with a ball pin. And I think I'm going to secure it again with another ball pin under here, so that you can take the bow off if you want to pop this into your bag and go to Bible study or take it on the road or whatever. This has some pretty trim down the side. And there again, this one's a yellow trim. So let's just pop into this one so you can see. There's a lot of trims in these bows. Lots of trim. Okay, let's go in. And inside each of these journals, let me get this a little bit better. And I'm going to sit down. Inside each of these journals, I've added two prompts, scripture-based, or I should say faith-based prompts of that you can cut out and add. These are done on a parchment paper, that like a vintagey parchment paper, and that you can add, cut them out and add them when you're journaling. So that's included. This is vintage hymnal music, and that's in all of them. And you can see these are covered, by the way, with a natural color muslin fabric. And I made all of the little bags in here, and that's an upcoming tutorial. Now, I made, let me just show you. I like this unbleached non-stick parchment paper. There's actually baking sheets. And I like to make my own glassine bags with this. And I also, let me see if I have it on my desk. Yeah, I put them out so I could show you. Sometimes I will, see, here's an envelope that I made out of that. I buy this vintage styled, it's all advertisements, tissue paper, and I will sometimes put these together and make a variety of different envelopes, bags, and they're all throughout these journals. And I will, see, here's a little bag I made that's actually has a pocket here out of the parchment paper, and doubled up the parchment with the tissue, and it makes that nice crinkly sound. So I have a variety of different bags that I made, and we're going to do, I'm going to show you, I'll probably show you some, a little share where I use that tissue paper, I'm going to put this over here, and that parchment paper to make my little bags. Okay, now this has one of these little bags, and what I did is I just secured it on here. And by the way, because this is such an old hymnal that this came from, I just took some, I didn't use Mod Podge, I don't think. Let me see. I have it, okay. Now I used the regular gel, I like this gel medium, regular gel gloss, and that gives that, you know, protects that and gives it a nice little texture, gloss texture. Okay, so we have in this one just a cute, see, this is the yellow, so you're going to see a lot of yellow journaling cards and tags throughout, you know, with a neutral color. So this is just a little booklet, and I've inked all of the tags to keep it. This says Gladness. This is that soft mohair eyelash trim and some yellow satin. So this tag, you know, you can write on. So that's just tucked in there. I've added in these journals a lot of room to journal, but as well, I've added a lot of different bags and places for you to put your scriptures or your notes or whatever you want to do. Here's 2 tags tucked in there. And now this, the way I did this is we have this envelope here, and in that envelope I have something tucked in there, and I couldn't tell you what it is because I don't remember. That says peace. So this, you can just remove that, and this is done. Oh, I wanted to show you. Oh, I know I'm skipping around. It's been a while, guys. When I make my seals, if for a lot of my books, what I'll do so that you can reseal your seals, I just use these glue dots. See, I make my seals ahead of time. Okay, and I'll just sit there for a couple hours and make some wax seals. But these glue dots work great, so you can reuse these. So then you can remove the seals and then put them back on if you like that look. Now this one I actually think I glued on. But you can reuse it and get these glue dots. So I just wanted to share that, just a little share. And so we have a tuck in here, something in there. I have this beautiful graphics fairy illustration that I printed out and made a little paper to journal on, and I've tucked that in here. And also behind here there's a tuck spot. So I have a tag in here. It's got some yellow in the butterflies, or a journaling card I should say. And these two pop in there. And then moving on. Either tea stained or coffee stained paper in here. And you will see some washi throughout just for interest. Didn't do a lot, didn't do any stamping, really. I didn't do any stenciling like I do in a lot of my journals. And this, of course, is a soft-sided journal. And here's a devotional from a 1989 guidepost that my grandmother gave me in 1989. So, and this has got some washi tape on it. A little pocket here. This is some, I made a little journaling, and this is actually from a Loft gift bag. And I just thought it was so pretty, Ann Taylor Loft, and I cut that up because I thought that would be pretty in there. And then I have a little journaling tag here with some fabric trim at the top, the yellow daisy, vintage hymnal, lots of room to write. Oops, got some washi here, paper. In each one, I've added these neat little scrappy tablets that I make, and I have a tutorial on this paper that I make out of craft paper. Now this one I haven't finished, as you can see this side, and then the color inks I do and how I achieve this kind of faux leather look. So that is back down somewhere in my videos. So I put one of these in each book. A lot of these books have beautiful illustrations that I've added in here that I printed out, and this is an amaryllis. And I've done several paper clips in each. Some of them are my, you know, the paper clips that I make, like the altered paper clips. So as you can see, there's a lot of room for writing and for your notes. Here's another devotional. And if you like to journal, you can always, you want to put pictures or tape scriptures, washi tape scriptures to these vintagey papers, you can. Everyone has some type of a fabric flip. This one I did my ribbon, my, I call them fabric ribbons. They're sewn on. And some lace, some washi here. And I know the light, let me do this, move over this way so we have a little bit more light. Because I don't have, I have this aught light on my right side of my desk, and I have overhead light, but I probably should put an aught light on the other side, but that's another expense. So, hymnal, vintage hymnal. Here I have one of my altered paper clips, and it's got some yellow tones. And I have a beautiful vintage color parchment paper here for note taking, and that's just right here with a journaling tag and the altered paper clip that you can move throughout the journal. These are available in my Etsy shop, I had my Etsy shop on vacation mode and now it's off. And I wasn't on vacation, I was recuperating. I've just got some collaging here. I did a video on these altered paper clips that are little pockets. So if you want to check that one out, you new subscribers that haven't seen it. I've got 2 journaling tags in here, and of course I made this bag out of the tissue paper, and I double it so it's nice and sturdy, because it's actually a heavyweight tissue paper to begin with as far as tissue papers go, because it's probably more of like a collage paper. But I like it. And this is only one signature, the book. And in here, I've really loaded these journals down with some tags and plenty of places for you to write and make notes. So that's in there, and as you can see, you can add your own items. We've got a little washi here, some more of that sweet bag that I cut up, and a Tim Holtz vintage clip. Hymnal paper, yellow paper. This is old, actually. My dad used to work at a school, and he would get these for us. And this is what we did our homework on when we were young. I've got a little Tim Holtz mini paper clip, vintagey looking, and this pretty graphics fairy illustration here. Some more 1989 book. We've got some washi here, some more of that craft bag. In here is a prayer from a book that I got from my friend Kensley, or Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie, if you're watching. The Little Book of Prayers, and this is actually scripture-based prayer, and one on each side. And here is a journaling card that I made, and that's tucked in there. We've got some writing paper, dyed paper, and another hymnal. More of that. This is July 1989. I made this cute little pocket, and also I found these on Etsy, but I learned how to recreate these, and I'm going to do, and they have like a waxy finish, so I added wax to mine, and I'm going to show you the ones I made. So if you want to make these large coin envelopes by yourself, I will do a tutorial on that. And what I simply did here is I just folded this right here, added a notch here. Here's a journaling card stuck in there. I sewed it down here, sewed it across here, and there's also this part of the envelope for tucking items. I've got these cute little yellowy tags with trims at the top, and this says heart. Okay, on here I found these neat vintage, these are by Graphics, a vintage looking cardstock that you can do invitations on, and I liked the size of them as opposed to cutting down large ones. And I added 1 or 2 of those to each book for scriptures or whatever you want to use it for. And here's a paper clip, and then the back, and again the vintage hymnal, and 3 tags. So this says exalted, and some trim. So there's that one. And whoops, I just tripped. So right now, I'm not even going to well, I might say a word or two. This one is the completely neutral color. And each one of these has a little bit different bags and things. I've got 3 tags in here. This one is a little fold out. So there's muted colors, you know, throughout this, but the inside cover is just a coffee stain, neutral. This is just some writing paper. Actually, I'm not going to even unfold that. It's an old ledger sheet. Got a tuck here, and we've got 2 tucks here. So the way I did this bag is I just sewed it down the sides and the bottom, and so there's room for tucking behind. That's a journaling card. I'm not even going to pull the things out. If you're interested in seeing a full video on this before you purchase it, if you're interested in purchasing it, I will do one. I don't know, that's getting hung up. There we go. And another ledger paper. This is from printed off, and I shrunk it down from the Graphics Fairy. Okay, and then I'm just going to flip, 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 fabric flip, 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 flip. This is vintage graph paper. Oh, I love these. I only have one. This is a gold. It's 18 karat gold plated. And if you're interested in these, I found these on Etsy. I only have this one. I'm gonna order more because I think they're just so pretty. And this pretty journaling card that I shrunk down off of the Graphics Fairy site. So these just clip on the edge of the pages. They're just sweet. I like them. I like gold. And I think they might come in silver. I'm not sure. Okay, the same thing. You can see I did different washi. Here's one of those booklets. I just flipped it over the side of the... I think I skipped a couple pages in that lost journal because I actually have one of these in there. It's a little scrappy tablet that I made and out of some grungy coffee stained paper. I made a little pocket here, and I have a little tag there, and there's some collaging here. It says Faith. Okay, Ricky, it's getting dinner time, so I think he's telling me. This says about prayer. I have 2 of these, or 1 or 2 of these in each book. So that just pops in there. Here's the other part of that bag with this cute journaling, or this beautiful, I love that image. Okay. And this, I'm not going to take it off. This is a altered paper clip that I made. You can see there's a different collaging and a beautiful piece of that parchment, vintage parchment paper for writing. That's just clipped to that paper. Oh, you know what, guys? Sorry. Hey, it's the mailman. The mailman's coming down the street, so they don't like UPS. They don't like the mailman. I don't know. Okay, and I have a video on these craft bags that I make and how I achieve this look. And these are actually not craft bags. They're beverage bags from Walmart. So there again, I made a pocket. So down here and here, and I just notched it. And I have three tags back here. Okay, well, let me just pop them out so you can see them. One there, that's just a journaling tag, and another one, and then in here I've tucked something. So I just want to try to get through this before they make it impossible and the video gets too long. Tim Holtz vintage clip. The number of pages are in the description. I think they're like 56 pages or something like that. And there's over 20 pieces of ephemera, well, not ephemera, they're tags or journaling cards in each. So there's that one. This one is the lavender shades. Okay. And let's get in. Okay, you can see there's a lavender stamp here with a fleur-de-lis and lavender lace and trims and lavender tags, and there again I made, you know, these, and they're different sizes, and here's 3 little cute little pieces of ephemera with lavender colors in here just tucked in there. We have a tuck here, we have a tuck there, we have a tuck here, and that's a pretty paper that's been folded. I should just leave everything out, but then I have a mess and I just don't have the energy to clean it up today. Some seam binding, this pretty journaling booklet, illustration from Graphics Fairy. You can see I coated some of these bags with that, is that Mod Podge? No, I think it's the gel medium. Pretty sure. I've got some beautiful lavender washi throughout. This is a Mrs. Coggs image, and this is a super old, over 100 years old, from a music book that I have, and I coated it real good to try to, you know, make it the structure a little bit better, the integrity, so it wouldn't rip, because it is very fragile. Got a little button and some lace, hemnal, 3 pretty pieces of washi. I did not glue the washi so that you could take it off and use it if you want to attach anything. I just rounded the corners of this journaling card. A fabric flip with a ribbon and some lace. Graph. This is a beautiful illustration. It's an orchid of some sort with a mini clip. Washi. October 1990. Scrappy tablet. So you can see how there's a lot of room to write in here. I've got a Patricia pocket here out of old book page, and well, I made it, but it's, if you've seen Patricia Viramontes, she does a lot of different styles. We've got a couple of little pieces of ephemera here, some collaging, another little fold out booklet here, journaling card, and one of these notebooks, mini notebooks. I've left the strings, you can take them off. Alter paper clip, I'm not going to take it off for time's sake. We've got this pretty vintagey colored or parchment paper here. Another one of my bags, some collaging here, and we've got a little pocket out of this muslin fabric. And in here, another beautiful illustration. Lots of room to put items. Again, the same thing that I did in the last one. And added some journaling tags, a little booklet here. Let me see. Yeah. See if there's anything else in there. And papers. Vintage clip, Tim Holtz. This is an envelope that I made out of the parchment. 2 nice big journaling tags in here. This beautiful image on cardstock, this lady, and a paper clip, some washi, and then the back cover again, similar as the other ones. Okay, I think just 2 more. This one's the pink color. This has the fabric or the ribbon trim that kind of goes on an angle here. The papers, the prompt papers. This one I have an envelope that I made. Did some script stamping on it. 2 journaling tags here. Isn't that sweet? Of course, there's pink. You'll see pink in this one if you're a pink girl. You like pink. And then this beautiful image. And I did some pretty trim up here. So that tucks back there. Oops, I forgot. Got something in here too. 2 journaling cards. Okay, up here we have a altered paper clip, and this is a vintage directions for clothing. Oh, I can't even think right now. And this Graphics Fairy ledger paper, some washi, a pretty rose on a journaling card, more of that vintagey looking paper. August 1990. It's not super old, but it's from my old devotionals that were given to me by my grandma. Got a pretty journaling spot paper here. Hymnal, scrappy tablet. April 1989. Another pocket made out of muslin and some cheesecloth, lace, and some trim here, and some seam binding and eyelash trim. Here's one of those little tablets that I put, or booklets that I put in each. Fabric flip. I know, I'm flipping fast. If you're all still here. Pretty journaling tag, and then one of those parchment cardstocks, that beautiful image that was in the last one. Another one of these neat bags. We've got tag here, and here we have prayer and a pretty journaling card with these beautiful bluebirds, or bluebird, I think they're bluebirds, I don't know. And back here the same. So that's the pink one. And this one is the green, and this has a little wood heart and some lace on the front. Again, the same tie. Your prompts. Okay, in here we have, this folds out. So you'll see shades of green throughout this in the tags. So here's a green tag, and then neutral. Of course, the neutral. This is Almighty. This says Truth. We have a tuck, 2 tucks here. Oh, 3. Oh, this is complicated. I don't even know what I do sometimes. Okay, we've got this in behind here, die cut journaling tag I made. This is back here, and this is up here. You got it? And then we have a tuck here, and we have a tuck back here. Journaling cards, tags, lots of trims. Pretty parchment type style paper. You can see I got green washi throughout this. We got a vintagey mini clip. Oh, let me put this in here. Oh, I left this one out of one. Oh well. This is November, I think it's 1989 in the calendar. Yep, 1989. In here I've got this beautiful church. I love that image. I found that on Graphics Fairy, and a journaling tag I made. Okay, altered paper clip. I'm not going to take off. See, that's got some collaging and different things. And on this side, I've clipped this pretty paper. So there's so much room to write on here, in here. hymnal. It says jot that down. This is a large bag that I made. So you've got tons of room. This is a paper journaling page to journal on from the Little Book of Prayers. And I've just tucked that in there. Tea or coffee stain paper throughout. December 1989. Old yellow paper. Hymnal. It's pretty, y'all. I layered a lot of the different washies. Fabric flip, lace. Another beautiful illustration in here with this nice big clip. Sunflower. I think that's an orchid. Or is it a lily? It's an orchid. I never get those straight. Okay, and we have washi paper. I just tucked this paper in here. So that's extra writing room. The other part of that large bag. And here I have one of those cards. And I did I inked the edges of these. And you can see the inside of this. I did the plain parchment. Here's a little washi. So I make these bags in a variety of sizes and styles, as you can see. Here's just the plain parchment and the booklet. Like I said, if you guys want to see these in more detail, oops, I need to glue that. Here's another one of those envelopes. And we've got a couple of die cut journaling tags that I made. And this pretty large rose and some cheesecloth and a metal grommet. Eyelet, I guess. Washi, and then the back. And this says compassion, the little rosebud here. Okay, guys, so that's it. So these are listed in my Etsy. I just wanted to share one more thing. When I do my, and I do Bible journaling, and, well, I should say my devotions and Bible study, I make these for me. If anybody's interested in these, and I'll show you why. This is a Coptic stitch, and I keep the front plain because I like to take with, and I do a variety of different pages in it. And the reason why I like this is look at how flat these lay. And I make the covers and everything. It's a very heavyweight chipboard and cover it with paper. And you can see, now this has a lot of different papers in it. I do a variety. And so here's one that I've used up. Actually, it goes this way. So I just wanted to show you that. If anybody's interested in knowing how to do these, let me know, and I can do a video on it. But if you want to make your own, and you want to see even a better tutorial, because I'm pretty new, well, I've done several, but go to Sea Lemon. SEA Lemon. She does every type of journaling stitch there is, and that's where I learned how to do these. So that's it. So guys, I gotta say goodbye. Thanks for tuning in. I think my camera's been crooked the whole time. Oh well. Okay. God bless you. Bye-bye.